Sure.
All right, I'm Stuart.
Hi, I'm Lisa.
We are Bonnerig RV Life, so little short video summarising 1 year on the road.
Anniversary.
Yes.
Yesterday was 1 year on the road. What a journey.
We left Florida January 31st, 2025, and this is February the 1st, 2026. And where are we?
We are in Palm Springs, sunny Palm Springs. Beautiful.
At an Encore site. Our first Encore, I think.
No, we stayed at
Oceano.
Yeah.
Okay, so I screwed that up too. All right. It's not often I get it right, but I'm wrong again. Okay, Lisa, tell us, what did we do quickly?
We just kind of wanted to give you like an update a little bit on our year. We won't take a long time on this video.
Hopefully.
We have some friends coming over. They're here in Palm Springs, so we're going to hang out with them tonight. We were just downtown. I think it's the only place sunny here in the whole United States.
It's 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Beautiful.
Today.
Yeah. So anyway, we've had a challenging year. A lot of fun. Hey, would you do this again?
Yes, but the lessons we've learned, we could probably do again.
Without all the mistakes.
Without all the dents and the dings and the smashes. And we'll try not to mention those. Let's just talk about, we went from Florida, we went through Alabama, we drove through Alabama, we stayed in New Orleans for a couple of nights, and then we went to Texas. We stayed there too long. No need to go there, but we stayed in Texas for about 3 months.
4 months. Well, it was because of his job.
All right. So anyway, we left Texas and then we went through. Where did we go? We wrote it down.
I can't even read my writing. Yeah, so we circled around Texas for like 4 months. And the most craziest weather, it was in spring, and so we had a lot of storms. And then it started to get hot and humid, and I told Stuart, I said, we're going to try to hang out in Texas till Stuart turned 65. And when it hit around summer and the bugs and the humidity, I'm like, I can't live here any longer. We had a great time in Texas, don't get me wrong, but our time was over.
We left in June 14th, I think. And we went to Amarillo first, and we saw Palo Duro Canyon there.
Yeah. We went on Route 66, and you got the T-shirt.
And we and then we hit New Mexico. We just drove through it. We went through Scotland. I think that was still in Texas, right? Scotland,
I
Texas.
think so.
It was pouring rain there too. Anyway, we went to Colorado, and we stayed there at Gunnison, Colorado, on the 1,000 Trails there, Blue Mesa, which was great. We stayed there a couple of weeks, and then we went through Idaho. Yeah,
Colorado was beautiful. We would have loved to stay there longer. Our goal was to get to the Rocky Mountain National Park.
We missed that.
But if you watched our past videos, we had a smash window, and then we couldn't level the rig. And we went up the Monarch Pass twice in the rig, and we were having issues with the rig, so it was super slow.
We still are, as a matter of
fact. Yeah, that's another thing. But anyway, we enjoyed Colorado.
Wyoming.
We went on the eastern part of Wyoming.
Northeast.
North.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't north. Southeast.
And then into Idaho.
Yeah, into Idaho. Went and saw my son and his family. Stayed in a harvest host there. And then from there we went up to Washington.
Quincy, Washington.
Yeah, well, Starbucks,
Washington first. Okay, away there. Then we went to Quincy, Washington, 1,000 Trails at Crescent Bar, really good. Then from there we went to Leavenworth, and from Leavenworth we headed northwest. We got to Birch Bay, which is almost on the border of Canada, British Columbia, and Washington. And then from there we headed south. So we went from Birch Bay to La Conner, Gig Harbor, Chehalis.
Yeah, so we spent, how much? We spent almost 2 months in Washington, and then we spent 9 weeks in Oregon. Had a beautiful time in Oregon. It was kind of nice because the crowds had all left. But then we started hitting the real rainy season. It was nice in the beginning, and then it got really rainy. And we realized we wish we would have left Texas a month earlier, so it would have headed us down south earlier. because we really got into a little cold weather. And when it's cold, we use up a lot of propane in the rig. And you just can't do much when it's cold. You know, you're indoors.
So this year, we're in Palm Springs, and it's end of January we got here. We'll be in Palm Springs November, I think, 2026. I want to be in Palm Springs in November. That's what the plan is for later. But anyway, coming back to the trip that we did, we've learned a lot. I've bashed up the rig several times. I've wrecked the car from driving over the top of the dolly. We've had a few calamities, but through all that, we're still in love and we're still speaking to each other.
Yeah, we are. And we really have fun. Like, I think I talked about last time, when you stay in a location long enough, instead of just popping in on vacation for 3 days and then you're out, you know, you fly in, you're there, you really get to see the location and really, and that's what I like. Like, we're actually here a month in Palm Springs. So we're going to be doing, we've already been on 3 hikes already. It's beautiful for hiking. We've been to Joshua Tree. And we love Northern California. We didn't really talk much about, we'll probably be in California the longest on this journey. We're going to be in California till, this April or June?
Yeah, in June we'll be heading north again to Yosemite. But that's for another day, what's going to be coming.
Yeah.
We're going to be down near San Diego, and then we're headed north again. And we're going to do a loop around Washington again this time.
Yeah, I wanted to go back to Washington.
So we'll do that.
And the reason is because we were up Northern California, and we couldn't go south because you can't take the rig when it's really hot. You can't vacation in a rig and go south. So at that time, we had to head up north anyway, and we were either going to go to Montana.
You're talking about what's coming.
Yeah, what's coming. We were either going to do like Yosemite, Yellowstone, and I thought, why don't we go through Washington one more time, see our family. There was a lot of Thousand Trails camps that we hadn't been to, and then work our way down south. So that next year we'll be doing like Arizona, and then I think we're going to go through the.
But that's next year. We're talking about next year again. We're supposed to be talking about this year.
We're doing. I know we didn't plan this all through. I wanted to talk about what we've done last year and what's upcoming. So I'm kind of jumping to the upcoming. Yeah. Aren't we done talking about last year?
We did
quite
a few videos on.
You can just watch our old videos if you want to know.
Yeah, we did a few videos on campground reviews and such. Just want to say that we have a stop engine issue. We have an engine issue with the rig that we've had. Long story there, but on Friday we're taking it again to another RV dealer. That's always stressful to find out what's going on with the engine. Mm-hmm. We have an ongoing issue. It's been ongoing for months on and off, sporadic problem with it. But anyway, we'll get over it like we do with everything else.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think the hardest part of this year's been for you?
The hardest thing for me driving this rig is moving it in and out of spaces that are tight, that I'm not familiar with, and also sometimes I just don't know if I can make it. So you end up in situations where, if you're in a situation where you know you can make a turn, it's easy. If you don't, if you know that you can't make a turn, that's easy. But a couple of times I've got us into a situation where, I think I can maybe make the turn, or I can get into this space, and you find out that you can't. So I would say that and just the fact that driving down the road and we get a sudden stop engine light.
Or stressful.
Is stressful, and it's kind of stressful packing up and moving. You know, the move days are kind of stressful, and people that do that moving day thing, they know what we're talking about. You know, we have to pack up the sewage and the water, and we have to bring in the slides, and of course we've had a couple of instances where the slides don't move and you think, oh no, what's wrong now? We still think we have an issue there, but I wouldn't say fixed it, but we resolved the issue by turning the engine off and on again, so some sticky solenoid. So there's always the unknown aspect as to what's going to happen.
Our day, you think you're going to plan your day a certain way, like for instance, when we left Oregon to go to California, we had the scenery was supposed to be stunning, and we're gonna, travel. We always look forward to the road trip part of it because it's fun. Once you're on the road, you get to see scenery you've never seen before. And then when you went over the Dolly, and we had to wait for somebody to come, and
I drove the car over the Dolly, which is on a video. It took us 3 hours. We were 3 hours late getting on the road. So by the time we did the drive, it was pitch
night.
dark.
We didn't get.
We arrived at the next campground at night.
Yeah, and so it's stuff like that. Like, you plan for your day, but you got to plan kind of for the worst case scenario, because it could happen. You don't know what might happen. But that's been just a stressful part of it. I think
some terrible roads.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was going to say one of the most stressful is just getting here to Palm Springs. The GPS told us it was going to be.
I missed a turn. Because I get notified that in 150 feet you're making a right, and I'm going straight, and it was really busy, so I wasn't able to swing over. So the GPS we use, RV Life Pro, it took us on a 45-minute detour to get back on the road, which I think wasn't necessary, but we can't take the chance with the rig of just taking any old exit, or because we might end up in a road that's too tight, or we might end up with a bridge that's too low. So I had to basically just follow the GPS, and that took us on a 45-minute journey. So coming here to Palm Springs, it was supposed to be 4.5 hours. It took us 9 hours.
9 hours.
And and another thing with the dolly, we have a car carry dolly. We have to make sure the straps are tight. It's taken me a year to learn that you can't just strap it up and then leave it. The straps somehow come loose, so now we check every hour, which in itself can be a pain in the ass. I think that's an ambulance. There's so many old people here in Palm Springs. You hear the ambulance
people are
going every
dying
day,
all the time,
and we assume it's old people dying.
Yeah, we don't know. This is probably one of the worst sites we've been at, even though Palm Springs is beautiful. And we're 5 minutes from hiking in the downtown. This site itself, it's on an intersection. And it's like, I hear cars all night, revved up car. But we're in urban, we're in Southern California.
And that's our neighbour back there. That's our neighbour's rig. We could almost step out of here and step into the neighbour's rig.
It's very tight.
Small spaces.
Yeah, I wouldn't come back here.
Well, we are coming back here, though.
I thought we're going to the next. We're never coming back to the Encore. We're just going to go to the next Palm Springs.
I think we're doing both, but I may be wrong.
Oh,
it's not often I'm right, but I'm probably wrong again.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe it is only the.
I don't mind coming.
She's talking
back
about
here.
the 1,000 Trails. There's an Encore here. It's in Cathedral City, Encore Palm Springs, and then there's 1,000 Trails Palm Springs. And actually, that's another story, because we got in so late the last time that I took us to the wrong campground and damaged the rig getting out of it. Long story there. But once again, another ding, another day, another ding.
Yeah, I think we have so many notes to sell that we need to have a notebook on them, because even today we almost took the racks off our kayak racks again, going into a parking garage downtown, and we've done it, but luckily it was tall enough. But again, it's just like, oh yeah, that's right. When we go in, we should take those off when we go, because we don't know what the parking's going to be like. It's just stuff like that. I think my biggest thing is always, when Stuart needs to move the rig, always I should be out there, even if we think it's safe. Always be out there with the walkie-talkie.
So you jumped from the car and the rack to the rig.
Well,
so it's one of the lessons. Yeah, one of the lessons learned is that she should always be out there with the walkie-talkie, checking that we can make the move, because again I've damaged the rig twice in the last 2 or 3 months, because she was not there, and that was my fault. She should have been there. So I wanted to mention, though, we have seen several national parks already. I wanted to kind of jump back to the journey, which was our objective, to see as many of the national parks as we possibly can.
Yeah.
Joshua Tree National Park is here. We saw that. And I had another point to that story, but I've forgotten what it was now.
Well, it's it's worth it. Like, even though you hear a lot of horror stories, I want to say, if you ever wanted travel in an RV, whether it's part-time or full-time, It's really worth it. It's never boring. You get to meet a lot of people along the way.
If you like boring, RV life is not for you.
Yeah,
It's never
you get
boring.
to see
The battery's
beautiful
about to die.
spots. And who gets to stay in Palm Springs? I mean, for cheap. Like, we almost stayed for free here in Palm Springs for a month. I mean, you'd be spending so much money if you had to pay for vacation here for a month. So we get to do things. California was over the top. You know, Central California.
I'll put some money in the video. I have a collection of all the amount of money we spent on diesel and repairs and such. I'll put something in the video when we post the video. Babe, the battery's about to die.
Okay, do you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, we'll just say goodbye.
Just stay tuned for our next adventures.
Next year on the road. Stick with us.
We're going to be doing more topics. We have another one coming up.
Ask us questions, subscribe, and enjoy.
Yeah. Bye-bye.